there. You're welcome to Artists on the Spot on Rockland House TV. Where we bring to you everything juicy, everything entertaining, and everything spicy, and that's happening around in the entertainment industry. Joining me today on Artists on the Spot is a wonderful personality in person of Mr. David Sax. And I hope you know him, right? All right, join me as I welcome him. Welcome, Mr. David Sax.
Thank you very much.
Okay, how have you been doing?
I'm doing good.
Tell us, who is Davidwhite?
Okay, Davidwhite is a professional saxophonist from, I think, one of the leading names by the special grace of God in South Nigeria as a saxophonist. By the grace of God, Davidwhite is one of the household names that when it has to do with music generally, you want to reckon with.
Okay. All right. I heard you talking about music. That means you don't only play sax, you do music
No,
also.
I a lot of things, music productions and the rest of those things. Yeah.
All right. So tell us, when did you discover yourself that you could play sax and then people will get blessed, they enjoy the whole thing? When?
Okay. I think it's a long story, but I will make it very brief.
Okay.
Music has been part of me right from childhood, you know. So the year 2001 precisely, I started playing the trumpet.
Okay.
I was discovered in a church, in my home church, and then someone just saw the passion. So the person took me, go and learn trumpet. 2001, 2000, 2000. 2001, I started playing in church, and then that was how it started. And then going from one church to the other, going from one event to the other, you know, playing all over the state. And then by the grace of God, 2009, August 31st, I started learning the saxophone.
Okay.
And the same person that taught me the trumpet just called me into his parlor and said, come. Because he actually forced me, let me put it that way, to learn the sax because I didn't really have passion for it then.
Okay.
So as time goes on, after that day, that was the only day I learned the saxophone.
And then
based on my other experience with the trumpet, it was very easy for me. So I started developing myself. And then 2009 till 2020, it's been wonderful. It's been glorious. I appreciate God for everything.
Okay, so how do you combine music with sax? And then how do you combine that? Probably when you're called to perform in a show, how do you combine that? Because I know it's kind of like tedious or something.
No, it's not, because it's all about priorities, setting priorities, and you know, I'm not just an unfortunate musician.
Okay.
I'm someone that has developed the passion. You know, music has been in me.
Okay.
So I had to even study music in the university.
Okay.
So with other engagements, I always find music is number one. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Because as it is, music is what is feeding me and my family. Wow. So that's it.
All right. Combining what you don't have passion for, that's the sax before, and now with music. How do you cope with that?
It's not a big task, you know.
Okay.
Because saxophone is still part of music. And then it's been very easy because they are still going towards the same direction. So I have been managing the both.
Okay. All right. What has been those challenges you've been facing, either in the sax or the music ministry you're into?
You know, a lot of discouragement. Let me put it that way. Let me start from there. You know, starting it back in the years. You know, there was a time, then I was still in secondary school.
Okay.
My dad personally told me not to play music. And then because of the way they used to see music as a den, you know, they will feel music is for touts, music is for people that don't reason well. Yeah.
Okay.
So by the grace of God, I was able to correct those things. Those impressions. And you know, there was a time my dad said, you don't go out, you don't leave the house, you don't associate with all those people that come to look for you and all that. But I took it upon myself as a challenge, and gradually God helped me to for him to see the good part of music, because music has really helped right from secondary school, going to the university, getting married, still through music, and feeding my family, my 2 kids and all that. So music has been amazing.
All right, now you talked about feeding your family through music. And it brings about this question: how many albums do you have in your record?
Okay, I have 2 albums.
Okay.
I have 2 albums. The other one was Sound of Praise. That was my first album. That particular album was just like a joke. But apparently that was my biggest album. I recorded the album, I think, 2015. So in 2015, the album was just like a breakthrough, because I have never imagined like that album could sold like 20,000 copies.
Wow.
Yes, because it was just like something. Yeah, I was not really serious about it. I didn't put much energy on it, but it came out very well. So that was the work of God anyway.
Wow. All right. So what inspired you when you were going into music? You now had to go to gospel. You didn't do the secular thing that everybody's
My dear sister, I'm doing music. That, though it may sound a bit controversial, but as a music graduate, I have the license. I'm not just operating like that. I have the backup of doing music, but I do music for music. There are music that are worth doing, be it secular music. But there are some secular music that you will not see me do. You understand? But you will agree with me that secular music has a lot of messages that it passes across to the world. For instance, now, I have been in a debate where we talk about secular music and gospel music. And a lot of people use this to criticize. And then that, okay, being a gospel artist, we are not supposed to play secular music also. Then I will ask you a question. Secular music, the national anthem you sing is a secular music. Yeah, the truth is, Happy Birthday you sing to somebody is secular music. You come to there are some good songs. For instance, Heal the World. Those songs really pass good messages to the society out there. So why would you criticize someone for doing secular music? It's just, but I choose to do gospel music because I know my position with God, and I know what He asked me to do. Like the burden He has placed in my heart. But that doesn't stop me from doing secular music that are worth doing, that are worth playing. You understand? That's it.
All right. So, what inspired your last single, the one you dropped?
Okay. Let me put it this way. My last single was supposed to be an album.
Okay.
Because there was an event that I was supposed to host March, I think April rather.
Okay.
Before the pandemic. So that was why I had to pause. But the single came out as a result of the album, the project.
Okay.
So that particular song, that was my first song that I sang.
Okay.
I've not been singing. The title of the song is So Good. I featured Ufok in the song. So it's a mind-blowing song, and it's all to the glory of God.
Wow.
It was just to tell God, thank you that you have been so good to us, and in countless ways. You understand?
All right. Apart from performing in your church, and how many events have you really gone out for to perform?
Ooh. That's a whole lot, I can't mention because
countless.
Yeah, countless, because how Davidwhite came out as a brand. It all started in back in the University of U. That was when I really discovered myself. This is who I am supposed to be. Let me start working. You understand? So then we being in the department of music, they were guys. What brought you to studying music? You understand? So I was like, I'm going to do music performance. Okay, then music performance. A guy spoke to me. Why not start it this way? That was how I started, and I hated it. I started going for what do they call it? Departmental nights, faculty night, and all that. Before you know, I remember I could recall very well one of my first show that was when this thing used to rain. Away.
Okay.
That was Faculty of Arts night. It was at Sam Hotel. So my departmental president was the one that pushed me and said, go and perform. So when I went there, they mentioned my name all the way from the Department of Music, and the normal, everybody will like, this guy is going to come and sing and there. You understand? So immediately they called me. Everybody started doing away. I did not even come out to the stage, you understand? But immediately the DJ started playing the soundtrack. I came out. Shockingly and funny enough, I was the artist for the night.
Wow.
And I had a lot of money that night. So that was like
an opening.
Yeah, to Davidwhite. After that, a lot of people started calling Davidwhite for shows, and you will see my face back then, 2012 or 2013, in posters, and gradually. So after school, that was how it went. Yeah.
All right. Looking at the entertainment industry, what would you say is the challenges facing entertainers?
This particular topic, I wouldn't want to talk about it because I have a whole lot of burden in my heart, but I will still give it up to he said to the governor on entertainment, because he has really done marvel. He has done a lot in the entertainment industry. But there are a few things that we need to correct, because Akwa Ibom, as you can see, we are just starting, and God is really helping us. But I believe that with time, we'll get to an enviable height, because even Lagos, they started somehow little. So, but the challenge, I fear, one of the greatest challenges, I think it's in Akwa Ibom, we have politicized entertainment.
Okay.
Yes, and if we could correct those impressions, and discover more young talents, groom them, and then our politicians
pick them up.
Because one of the things is they don't want to invest.
Yeah.
They don't want to invest in the young talent. They prefer you struggle alone, sell your father's land, shoot a musical video, go to Lagos, promote, and then they will come all the way from Lagos, our very own. Let's celebrate and make one. That's how they choose to.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Our politicians, our big people that have money, I think it's high time they started investing in us. Because for instance now, if you agree with me that if one person, for instance, brings an entertainment outlet, and then in it, a lot of politicians, a lot of people will want to venture into it, and that's a very wrong business perspective. You understand? But I think I pray with time, God will make people to realize that entertainment has a lot to contribute even to the economy of the nation.
Okay. All right. In the next 2 to 4 years, where do we see David Sax?
Oh Jesus, my. Davidwhite.
Davidwhite.
Yeah, Davidwhite is by the grace of God, I'm aiming international.
Okay.
Like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to end it in Nigeria. Because God has given me a lot of visions, a lot of plans, a lot of initiative, things that will actually captivate me to that next phase. I'm not just sitting down, feeling and assuming that the miracle will just happen. Though it could happen, but in as much as I believe in God, I'm working hard, to get to that destination. And by the grace of God, very soon, very soon, very soon. I'm very optimistic about this. I will get there.
Wow, that's nice. All right, Mr. Davidwhite. Apart from music and playing of sax, what else can you be identified with?
Okay. A lot of things anyway.
Okay.
Because not just depending on music alone. I do. I'm into events as well.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, there is an outlet I wanted to unveil.
Okay.
But due to circumstances, I had to pause. But in the next 1 month, I think that should be up. I'm into music production.
Okay.
I also do. Let me say, should I say I lately venture into politics in a way?
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. Your final word of advice to your fans out there.
Okay, to my fans all over the world, I love you. And I would want to advise that instead of sitting there criticizing and saying a lot of things, you can actually support us with your prayers and in any which way. You can support us. Stop to criticize, but instead look for a better way of pushing us. Let's get there. God will help us.
All right. So it's nice having you. Thank you.
All
right, that's been decided about today's program on artists on spot. For more juicy and more trendy, more informative shows, you can join us on our YouTube channel or you follow us on all our social media handles. On Facebook, Rockland House TV. On Instagram, Rockland House_TV. On Twitter, Rockland_TV. I remain your TV goddess to the C, to the E, and to the A, and the L. You can always call me Zio. Thank you.